August 1947. A British airliner lifted off into the skies of South America and was never seen again. Its last message? One word: STENDEC. In Buenos Aires, the aircraft known as Stardust stood ready for departure. Snow whipped across the runway as ground crew braved the freezing wind. Inside the cockpit, pilots adjusted their instruments, their gloved hands steady in the dim glow of gauges. In the cabin, passengers sat in silence, shadows cast across their seats as the engines roared to life. The propellers cut through the night, scattering frost into the air. Slowly, the plane rolled forward, guided by signals from the mechanics. It was a routine flight, bound for Santiago, Chile, but for the 11 souls on board, this journey would be their last. The Stardust gathered speed, tires grinding against the icy ground before lifting into the night sky. Snow trailed from its wings as it rose higher, leaving the lights of the city far below. Landing gear folded into the fuselage with a heavy thud, the aircraft gaining altitude with each second. Inside, the cabin shook as turbulence rippled through the stormy air. Passengers gripped their seats, shadows flickering with each sway of the aircraft. From the cockpit, the pilots fought to hold course, pushing the aircraft into the clouds. Soon, the city was gone, and only mountains stretched below, dark, jagged, and endless. The plane pressed forward into the heart of the Andes. The higher they climbed, the more violent the storm became. Thunder cracked above the wings. Lightning illuminated jagged peaks hidden beneath the clouds. Fuselage rattled, winds battering the sides of the aircraft as if trying to tear it apart. Instruments quivered on the control panel, altimeters swinging wildly, their needles spinning out of control. Inside the cabin, passengers clutched their armrests, their faceless forms trembling as the lights flickered. The aircraft pushed forward, swallowed by the storm, its engines roaring against the chaos. And then, through static and distortion, came a transmission. One word, repeated again and again: STENDEC, STENDEC. Moments later, silence. Minutes passed. The flight never arrived in Santiago. Radio operators stared at their machines, puzzled by the final coded word. Messages were logged, circled in red ink, STENDEC. But no explanation came. Search teams combed valleys, glaciers, and mountain ridges. Planes flew overhead, scanning the frozen wilderness. For weeks, nothing was found. The mountains gave no answers, no wreckage, no sign of life. The Stardust had disappeared, as if the Andes themselves had swallowed it whole. For half a century, the mystery remained untouched, buried beneath snow and silence. Then, in 1998, the silence was broken. Climbers on a glacier in the Andes stumbled upon twisted fragments of metal, half buried in the ice. A frozen cockpit, shattered but preserved, its glass sealed in frost. Scattered debris across jagged rock confirmed the truth. It was the missing Stardust. On the fuselage, faded letters revealed themselves as snow was brushed away. Inside, faceless passengers remained locked in time, preserved by the glacier's grip. For 50 years, the wreckage had been hidden, entombed in ice, waiting to be discovered. The Andes had finally given back what it had taken, not its secrets. Even now, the mystery endures. Why did Stardust vanish? What did STENDEC mean? The Andes still keep their silence.